If you're struggling with endometriosis and adenomyosis, let me ask you something. How many times have you heard that your reports are normal, your hormones are balanced, and maybe it's just stress? And yet, your body says otherwise. The pain that bends you in half every month, the fatigue that makes you feel 80 years old at the age of 35, the brain fog that steals words mid sentences. You're not making it up, you're not weak, and you're definitely not crazy. What if I told you that science now understands something that doctors missed for decades? Endometriosis and adenomyosis are not just period problems. They are multi system inflammatory disorders. Your gut, your brain, your nervous system, and your immune system, they are all involved. Today, I'm going to show you 4 things that changed everything for women just like you. Women who thought that they have tried everything. Women who felt invisible. Women like Sumitha, like Bina, like thousands who found a way back to themselves. Stay with me. Here's the first thing no one tells you. When your doctor tests your estrogen and says normal, they're testing your blood. They're looking at what's floating around in your general circulation. But here's what 2024 research finally confirmed. Endometriotic lesions contain an enzyme called aromatase. The enzyme doesn't just respond to estrogen, it produces estrogen right there inside the tissue itself. Think about that. Your lesions are running their own little hormone factory. Your blood test can come back perfect, while your lesions are bathing in locally produced estrogen, growing, inflaming, and causing that pain. This is why Sumitha spent 11 and a half years 11 and a half years going from doctors to doctors, being told that numbers looked fine. Sumitha is a working professional. She would wake up at 7:30 already exhausted. That pain would hit and she would reach for painkillers just to function. Heavy flow, clotting, emotional overwhelm that made her question her own sanity. For over a decade, a medical system told her that she was fine. Sounds familiar, right? The problem wasn't that Sunita was not trying. The problem was that no one was addressing what our lesions were actually doing, creating their own hormonal environment independent of what any blood test could show. So, what happens when you understand this? When you stop chasing normal lab values and start addressing the actual biology? We'll come back to Sunita because her story doesn't end here. Now, here's the second piece, and this one explains something that breaks my heart every time I hear it. I had a surgery. They removed everything. The laparoscopy came clean. So why am I still in pain? If this is you, listen carefully. There's a phenomena called central sensitization. Here's what happens when your body experiences chronic pain month after month, year after year, your spinal cord and brain begins to change. They amplify pain signals. They lower the threshold for what registers as pain. It's like someone turned up the volume knob of your nervous system and then broke the dial. Even after lesions are removed, even after surgery, your nervous system keeps firing. The disease trained your brain to feel the pain. This is not in your head. This is in your neurology. And it's real. And it's documented. And it's treatable. But not with more painkillers. And not with another surgery. Remember, Sumita? Those painkillers she was taking just to function? They weren't healing anything. They were just muting the alarm while the fire kept burning. When she came to us, we didn't just address inflammation, we worked on calming her entire system. The nervous system work, the emotional healing, and what she calls her as a mental health session. Here's what she told us just after 17 days of being in the program. I feel much strong mentally and physically. Before joining HIC, all I used to think was about my health. But at present, I'm working, following the diet, and other things just washing away from my head. And I start my morning at 5:30 a.m. now instead of 7:30. And thanks HIC for giving me that freedom. She started her day 2 hours earlier, not because someone forced her to, because her body finally let her. The volume knob, it can be turned back down, but you have to know that it exists. And now we get to the third piece. And honestly, this one changes everything for homemakers especially. Yes, your gut bacteria. I know, you have heard about gut health, probiotics, fiber, but this is different. Research has identified something called as estrogen, a collection of gut bacteria that directly affects your estrogen levels in the body. When your gut bacteria are out of balance, what we call as dysbiosis, they produce an enzyme called beta glucuronidase. And here's what that enzyme does. It recycles estrogen that your liver packaged up to be eliminated. This enzyme unpacks it and sends it right back into your circulation. Your gut bacteria are literally helping your endo grow by raising systemic estrogen in your body. Now think about this. How many of you have been told that you have IBS along with your endo? Bloating, digestive issues? It is not coincidence, it is connected. And this is where Bina's story come in. Bina came to us from Mumbai. She had cysts and she had high cholesterol. She had the whole storm happening inside her body. Once you join HIC, with regular follow ups, they reach to the root cause of the particular disease and give necessary advice to heal it. Root cause. That was the key phase. We didn't just tell Bina to eat more vegetables. We worked on her gut microbiome, her inflammation pathways, the connection between her digestive system and her hormones. The results? Doctor said all okay and no cysts. And I'm so happy. No cysts after coordination between proper nutrition, emotional support, and medical care. Her cholesterol came down, her gut healed, and her cysts were dissolved. Because we were not treating the symptoms, we were addressing the system. And now, the fourth piece, and this one might finally make you feel seen. How many of you have endo and migraines? Endo and IBS, endo and fibrosis, endo and thyroid issues. You go to the gynecologist for endo, the gastroenterologist for IBS, and the neurologist for migraine. Three doctors, three separate problems. 2024 genome studies have identified 42 genetic locations that overlap between endometriosis, migraine, IBS, and fibrosis. 42. These aren't separate disease happening by bad luck. They share inflammatory pathways, they share genetic susceptibility. The statistics are staggering. Women with endometriosis have 4 times higher risk of migraine, 3 times higher risk of IBS, and yet the medical system treats you like you are collecting diseases at random. I think about the women in our community, the homemakers who manage households while fighting invisible battles, the working professional who sit through meetings while their bodies scream for help. One woman told me recently, I thought I was just unlucky. I thought my body hated me. Imagine. Honestly, your body doesn't hate you. Your body is trying to tell you that everything is connected. The migraines are not separate from the endo. The gut issues aren't unrelated. The fatigue, the brain fog, the anxiety, it's all one system trying to get your attention. And when you treat it as one system, that's when everything starts to shift. So, what does this mean for you? What do you actually do with this information? Let me bring you back to our stories. Sumitha, 11 and a half years of endo, drowning in painkillers just to function. And today she says, I think I'm able to manage my pain according to your advice. She doesn't take painkillers anymore, not because the painkiller magically disappeared, but because we addressed the inflammation that was driving it. We calmed the nervous system that was amplifying it. We healed the gut that was fueling it. Bina, cysts, high cholesterol, the whole storm. Today, she says, doctor said all okay and no cyst. Her cholesterol normalized. She does endo exercises for 20 minutes and walks for 45. And she says that I feel happy in my own self. But here's what moves the most about Bina's words. Quantum restoration is ultimate. It made me free from the guilt deep inside. Triggers, if any, don't hurt me much after learning the mindfulness techniques. Free from guilt, Triggers don't hurt. This is what happens when you stop treating your endo as period problem and start treating it as multi-system condition, which it actually is. Pain calming food systems, inflammation switch off protocols, gut microbiome healing, nervous system restoration, emotional processing. These are not separate treatments. This is one integrated approach. Here's what I want you to take from today. Your hormones might test normal while lesions produces their own estrogen. Your pain might persist after surgery because your nervous system was rewired. Your gut might be recycling estrogen and feeding your disease. Your endo, your migraine, your IBS, they might all be one biological storm. You're not broken, you're not weak. You are not making it up. You just weren't given the full picture until now. Now, if something in today's video resonated with you, if you saw yourself in Sumitha, in Bina's journey, and if you're ready to stop managing symptoms and start addressing the root cause, we are here. Health Icon's YouTube channel exists for exactly this reason, to be the bridge between you and your real understanding, to hold your hands through the process, to give you back that freedom your body forget it could have. So, subscribe to our channel for highly informative video and to maximize your chances to be able to manage your condition well. Your body isn't your enemy. It's trying to talk to you. Maybe it's time you learned its language. I'll see you in the next video.